Hello friends. I've had a number of people ask me recently about how to do a full roll-up, a kind of sit-up without jerking yourself up or forcing the movement, but being able to really come smoothly from supine to sitting. And the thing I often see is people will hike their shoulders up or pop their legs up, all kinds of crazy stuff happening. And it's usually related to a little bit of a deficit in the iliopsoas muscle, because your abdominal muscles, your rectus and obliques, they draw your ribs and hips together, but then that moment when you want to come all the way up, that's your deep hip flexor taking over for a moment there, and then they all work together. So let's do a few progressions, some things to help build up to the smooth, fluid roll-up. The first one I learned from my first Pilates teacher, Andrea Beckham, so this is a shout out to her. First, I'm just allowing the weight of my legs to fall toward my body. So I'm actually letting the deep hip flexors kind of soften. And then I'm just going to rock the weight of my legs away and toward. And you notice I only rock my legs as far as I can without rolling my shoulders forward, collapsing in my chest. So just supporting the weight of my legs with my arms. And then I'm going to rock my legs away. Pause there a moment, nod your chin, lengthen the back of your neck, and then press hands into legs, legs into hands. So that's another kind of disconnect, is the lat oblique connection. Then I come all the way up, balancing just behind my sit bones. And now I'm going to lead with my sit bones to draw in and up through the pelvic floor, connecting under my arms so that I get a nice controlled movement back down. So just the weight of your legs first, then you curl forward, press hands into legs, legs into hands, drawing ribs and hips together, then you lengthen up through the tops of your ears, balance, and then leading with that tailbone curling under. Nice connection under my arms, big space between the shoulders and ears. So I'll do that with you one more time. Legs rock away, peel up. Notice that connection here through your lats, lift up, and then just place your feet down. So another way to get at the full roll up is to do a half roll back and then come back up. So I'm curling my sit bones under towards my heels and then stacking back up. And what I'm doing is contracting but also lengthening the psoas at the same time. So we're getting that eccentric contraction and strength through a fuller range of motion, through a lengthened range of motion. And I notice how I'm only going back as far as I can without flattening my back out, which I see a lot of people start to lead with their ribs. They kind of dive backwards with their upper back and arch. So I'm really thinking of rounding my back, and also my glutes are active. I'm grabbing hold of the back of my legs with my glutes. So it's not just the front of your body, it's the front, back, sides all working together. So you can do those, half roll back. If you're really feeling like that's still a little bit too much in your neck or your low back, then just hold on behind your knees here as well. And just practice that rocking of your pelvis with support, with a little lift in your low belly, that lift of your seat underneath you. You could also do just the half roll up. So arms coming up, nod your chin, curl forward, frame their face with your arms, roll back. So I like that version where you bring the arms up in your peripheral vision, because then you get a little more weight to work with on the way back down. So I'm strengthening my rectus abdominis, the six-pack muscle, using my arms kind of like dumbbells or the weight to resist on the way down. I'll do that one more time. So just halfway up, framing your face, and then back down. So if you notice that part of the difficulty with the roll up is a lot of tension in your neck, Another very small, subtle detail is the neck flexors. Your neck flexors need to be strengthened. So just even here, leaving my head on the ground, drawing my chin toward my chest, and then releasing. So that would be a lead up to the others. Can you lengthen the back of your neck without collapsing your chest, tensing, restricting your throat? But just enough to feel that little bit of life right here under your chin through the front of your neck. So if you know that you have forward head alignment, then that little head nod is going to be an important and useful one for you building up to that full roll up as well. Another good tip is to use some weights for counterbalance. So these are 2-pound toning balls, but you can use any shape of weights. I'd say no more than 3 pounds though. 1, 2, or 3 is good. And let's start down at the bottom, and I'm going to start with my palms up, my pinky toes drawn back toward me, the inner edge of my heels reaching away. And let's start with just your arms first, up and back. And notice as my arms reach back, I'm not popping my ribs, arching my back. Can you move your arms without disturbing the placement of your rib cage and spine? And now I inhale, my arms float up, palms turn in, and then exhale, nod your chin, turn your palms up, and use the weight as a little counterbalance to help you get through that sticky spot. Then you can reach forward, stretch nice and long, and then lead with your sit bones. Again, my glutes are active here. The back of my body is working as well as the front and sides. Spiral your palms up, then palms face each other, then palms up as you curl forward. You can nod your head a little bit, no side to side, just check that you're not tensing your neck. Nice articulation through your spine. Let's just do that one more time. Feel that spiral, little connection to the pinky finger sides of your arms. And then at the end, you can just stack right on top of your sit bones. All right, my friends, give those a try and let me know if you have any questions. Bye.